So obviously I've found myself in a devastating position in life because it was all being calculated by people that were poisoning me, A, and B, it was all being done so that they could perform this identity swap or identity theft. And so I really need people to hear this out. And so basically right now I'm in a current situation where they're not only trying to freeze me out of my home, but they've literally staged up events to where it's to take away my car, my license, and my home. Basically in a forceful asset forfeiture, not to mention the job hacking or like literally leading a proxy Delilah, Jezebel, whatever, to stage up my life in a way that was to be supposedly loving and supportive, right? But it was only to send a proxy and to continue the poisoning that these people couldn't continue on their own. So now I'm in debt in ways that I couldn't, that they weren't allowing me to work to secure my ends. And they're literally needing it to look and play out like a mental health type of thing when it's legitimately they need it to be anything else by its design in order to suggest that it's a mental illness and not them poisoning me when it's them poisoning me. And now that I finally see through it, because it was really hard to get through it in the first place, now that I've made it through it, to even be alive, I'm literally fighting for my life, fighting just within my own health and my heart, my heart's beats, and then on top of it, they're staging up more and more crimes, like shutting off my water at a calculated time, which I got back on. Then it was setting up my water to not be heated, which was set up in time, which I got that fixed. And now that I got that fixed, now for some reason the furnace was attacked. They'd shut my electricity off just enough time to send something into the furnace from the outside exhaust pipe into the furnace that sheared away, I don't know what it's called inside of the furnace, but it sheared away the furnace's availability to kick on. And now and I can see through it all that it's all being done by design. It's not like I wouldn't have been fine had I been able to just be allowed to work, you know what I'm saying? But they're literally gangstalking me or making it very hard for me to figure out how I can live, manage my bills, manage to be able to work any which direction I go to work, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but it's like my health is deteriorating because of what these people are doing to me. It's not allowing me to even fight for myself and fend for myself on any kind of real way of being able to break through and reach breakthrough. And then there's systems in place of its design. It's occultism and just whatever people want to think. There's a system in place of these people that are coming up against my spirit. So now I'm I don't have any availability to suggest that they're even allowing me to work when they're literally taking away my driver's license. They're trying to take away my car, obviously, because the identity theft is to completely erase me. It's as if I'm already dead to the systems and the powers that be when I establish proof and I have proof of these things happening to me, much like admittance to poisoning or the crime itself of sedating me within my relationships where these people just weren't there for me. They were there in a meaningful way to like strip me of my availability to see them for what they were doing through the calculated poisonings. And it was really hard, like I said, just to make it through that alone. And because I did, and I survived, now it's like they're attacking me in my home. They're attacking me in my availability to work. They're attacking me in my availability for like my own self to live an organic type of life at all, outside of what these people are doing. So now that I'm like set in stages of this crime, now it's like I had everything set with the gas company, and now all of a sudden, as it's cold outside, it's not heating. You know what I mean? It's on, it's working correctly. It's just what I think is happening is they're just not sending enough gas in to my home to heat the water heater, to where the idea is to cause my pipes to freeze and burst, not allowing me to have like a warm shower. You know what I'm saying? It's like legitimately they're freezing me out of my home. They've basically frozen my assets. They've hacked me. They've hijacked me. They've performed this identity theft over me, and it's literally allowing me nowhere to go. I go to the Health and Human Services. They suggest UCAP. UCAP suggests I don't have money. Then you reach out to Salvation Army or other charities. They literally don't exist. There's nothing being done in a way that's supporting anybody in this kind of fashion, when legitimately if like $1 was given by like say every police officer in the state of Minnesota, I would be probably fine to like continue in my grind. Or maybe $1 or two, you know, like it wouldn't be anything that they would miss, but it's the fact that there's nothing out here that's literally supporting me in any kind of fashion that I believe should, when I'm talking about a serious fucking crime that's been happening to me my whole life, of being poisoned. That started from a poisoning that my dad was poisoning me to get away with raping my sister and sexually abusing me, and then getting my brothers included into that sexual abuse, that they're just denying because they have faces and images to try and act as though they wouldn't be doing these things, but they had. And my reasoning for not being able to know how to move in this stuff is because of the poison itself. Otherwise I would have been a long time ago moving in the fashions that I'm trying to now. But that's exactly why I'm coming out here and saying these things, and I hope that I can get your support as far as what I have going on. Otherwise, these people have literally murdered my spirit, and they're going to get away with basically murdering me completely. And I don't want to be murdered.